The official start time will be 1930. Or, 1900. Hello everyone, Thranxes here, and welcome back to No Man's Sky, episode 162, on our deathly green planet with the echoes of acid. Very anomalous indeed. We have these giant palm trees, the kind that look like they appear on typically hot planets, as well as these rock formations that appear to be almost flowing with lava in a given hot planet, but they're massively large and everything is discolored. The hue is sort of spread across this planet like an oil slick across the water with a rainbow-like sheen on everything. And wherever the position of this light is changes all of it, as well as your elevation in the atmosphere, which is why it would be really neat if we could cover some of these steep land formations in our race. I don't know, time will tell. Let's begin with putting down our portable technology for our exocrafts, our summoning station. There we go. This will enable us to get our exocraft on site, which the one that we want is the Azure Spark, please, and thank you very much. Now, normally I had originally planned on potentially building this race off camera, but to be quite frank, the more work I give myself to do off camera, the less videos will be put out, and that is just the cold, hard, sad facts of it. So we're going to nix that plan and just play it by ear. Because look at this. Look at this. This planet is mostly ocean. I don't even know what's up with the sky, because the nebula of the system is orange. It's this goldenrod orange. Look, there's a mountain over there. There's a mountain here. Whoa, 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 whoa! Oh, we've got to jump between these. Okay. I understand now what's at stake. This racetrack has got to be just magnificent. Ooh, look out. Alright, so let's get our exocraft back over to where our base is going to be. And I think we can go ahead and design our base first before we start trying to design anything else all crazy. And figure out where we want our race area to be. So I feel like the race starting line and finish line should be like here. And then you'll come in from sort of this back area here. Maybe even you'll just tear down from the top. And then the race start will actually be here. It'll start by kind of throwing you up this thing, maybe? Maybe. If you go straight, though, you're gonna... that's not too bad. That's not too bad. Generally, though, if you use the Nomad, you're not gonna have an issue with stuff like that because you can give yourself a little hop. But I always want to test it first. Alright, so let's assume that's the case. And I guess, to be quite honest, I'm just going to build my base on the freighter itself. So I'm almost thinking like over there, maybe. Let's... Alright. I'm just thinking out loud here. Let's go ahead and pull this stuff up. And we'll delete the base. I am actually going to probably put that exocraft summoning station right back where it was, but I don't know if removing this base is going to remove it. I do know it's a portable construction item, but I don't really wish to take the chance. Because I think if I'm truly honest with myself, my desire is to have a base up here. If I'm just honest with myself. And it is important to be honest with yourself. It's neat because there are a lot of different lights and colors that appear on this freighter, and all of their colors change depending on ambient light and our elevation. As you can see, the colors in the sky are warping a little bit since we're way up here. Ooh, look at all that over there. Oh, it's like a smoke cloud. Well, that's sort of yucky. I don't want to be near where there's like exhaust or something burning. Alright, I do think where we're going to end up is somewhere around here. So let's go ahead and just put the base computer down here. I think that's the right decision. Let's go ahead and claim it. Yes, this is going to work. We'll get the base up off the ground. Kind of, sort of. Maybe. Let's see what we can do here. So if we go to basic components, do we want to go with concrete, metal? I don't want to always do metal. Wood, though, wood takes us to the realm of carbon. Let's try the concrete. Missing some ferrite dust. Whoa. Are you kidding me? I did not know that you could find ships in abandoned systems. Oh no, I guess that's... Of course you can, because you can find ships in uncharted systems. It just means they don't have a settlement. I'm a goofball. Never you mind. Maybe it's not worth having our base up there. Put it underneath everything. Well, now we're going to have to gather some ferrite dust. So that's pure ferrite. I guess that wouldn't be the end of the world. Let's see how long it takes to mine. We have this really great multi-tool now with all these extra mining modules. We should go ahead and put it a little bit to use just to see what happens. I mean, gosh, that's not bad. Ferrite dust and dihydrogen. I can get on board with that. Well, this gives us a good excuse to analyze some of these minerals. Haven't done that in a while. Ferrite dust and oxygen. Sure, why not? Actually haven't mined resources up in quite a while. If there was a planet worth doing it on, it would be this one. All these exotic compounds. So at this time of day, look what happens to the sky. Okay, so we're at 05. This is 5 in the morning. 5 in the morning. The sky turns almost this green sort of... I don't even know, green-blue. Almost, it's very pale. It's close to white, and then at the edges you get this pink, and all of the terrain and trees and everything turns purple. You can start to see the orange coming out of these rock formations now. Okay, let's look at construction. If I said, let me build some stairs, right, we could put it here, but we could not put it here. Is that, no, we can. Okay, just not in some areas. So I have two options. I could attempt to I could attempt to build it out of modular pieces, which is going to use ferrite dust. Or I'm sorry, standard pieces, which would use ferrite dust, or modular pieces, which will use pure ferrite. So if I go the modular pieces route, so I don't want to do this every single time, but look, it doesn't even want to place up here, technically. I bet that's because I have to use a foundation first. It doesn't want to give me that either, though. Cannot build. Just doesn't like it. Okay, that's fine. That's great. That actually makes our decision very easy. So we're going to try to be as cost effective as possible. Let's rotate it. About, let's see, what's going to be a good spot? About like this, right? Do I want to go up again? I mean, gotta be cost efficient, but it's gotta look the way you want, right? Maybe a half ramp is better. Yeah, you know what? There we go, there's the compromise. So we'll go half ramp. Switch. And then again. Right? And then maybe again. Okay. Now from here, what we need is, let's see, roof panel, framed glass panel, floor panel. Let's just go floor, and then we'll put in this frontage, right? Missing the dust? Really? Really? And then we have the glass. Okay. Not a problem. We just gotta see if maybe there's a little bit of dust we can pick up from up here so we don't have to go down and back up again. Or we put down our refiner. There we go. As I know we have, let's see, we can take some condensed carbon, and then we'll grab a big packet of this pure ferrite, and that spins into magnetized snow. So we need to spin it. That doesn't help our situation. We need like a dust. Or, not a dust. Of course we need dust, but to make dust we need like rust. I don't think we have any rust. I don't think we picked any of it up. If I spin platinum, I just get nanites. Okay, well that was interesting. Let's see if we can get a large... Let's see, what would a large refiner cost? Microprocessors, those we might be able to make. Carbon nanotubes, those we can make. Right? That should have fixed all of our problems and made our life super easy now. Boom, there we go. Alright, so now we'll just get stuff spinning. So the best way to get dust at this point is going to be to take... Let's see, if we take magnetized ferrite and then we spin it with platinum, I'm pretty sure... Nope, how about... No, that's how we get more. So what we need is rust, so we're going to do, it's like oxygen, right, with pure ferrite. At a 1 to 2 rusted metal. I mean, that's pretty good. I thought there was a way to get dust from platinum. Probably not, though. 250 rusted metal will get us where we're going, though. Problem is, how do I want this to look? We're also going to need a place to put in our trade terminal, so we can buy more microprocessors. So we'll have to tear this thing down once we make more dust. We could look at the racetrack formation here. Let's see. So we go to equipment. Nope. Exocraft modules, let's see. Race initiator is, yeah, it's all stuff you purchase. Checkpoints are free, and then it's metal plating for these with dihydrogen jelly for the speed one, so a lot of metal plating. A few microprocessors. So we don't need much. We don't need a big room, and true to how we left it in the last area, we didn't really have a big room or a big presence either. I don't like how that is sitting like that. I would love it if we could give it some sort of racing. However, it does not look like that is any of the way anything is going to fly. Unless... Why would... So if I pave like that and then it doesn't want to snap... Look at that. It doesn't want to snap there. So if I go with the large paving, see, it will snap like that. Hold on. We're going to do a little bit of experimentation. So this is a large paving here. Now, hold on. Let's make that one go away. And let's see if they're going to let us put reinforced framing, or whatever this is called. Cuboid room frame. No? Okay, how about... Dang it. It doesn't want to snap to this anyways. It's just going to be super solid concrete. The kind that never has any problems from being stacked crazy high in the sky without support. That's just all there is to it. Look at this. The atmosphere almost looks normal at this altitude at this time of day. This is 11 o'clock, and you can tell by the little... Oops. Well, that was a small tumble. You can tell by the rainbow effect, the prismatic effect that's happening sort of at the edges of the screen. And look at the water. Taking on this very orange look against all this purple. Purple and orange. That means this race will take place either sunrise or sunset. We'll have to keep an eye on the colors. One of the easy ways we can do that is going to be to use our time of day choices. When we take pictures, let me see. As we saw the morning, but I have a feeling it's going to be about that afternoon. Ah, look at that, see? Look at that. Okay, so that means I'm thinking what we want for our race start is going to be like... The official start time will be 1930. Or, you know, 1900. Right around in there. That's when the sky gets really multicolored and layered. Ugh, still only 50%. You're killing me, Smalls. I'm a little curious how we ran out of things like ferrite dust. I guess we just don't keep enough backup. Speaking of, our condensed is running low. Let's just make sure we have everything kind of back where it goes, please. Alright, that's not so bad. But here in the cargo side of things, we can see for sure the condensed carbon is lower than anticipated. This is extra chlorine. We've got plenty of pure and magnetized ferrite. That's not a problem. It's just the dust, so we need to carry more dust on us. Probably something close to 1 grand, I would imagine, is where you want to be with that. About 1,000 ferrite dust? Sure. I don't really see many large mountains in that direction, so I'm thinking the racetrack is going the other way. Maybe our job is to race up the mountain? We're gonna have to take our time and do some scouting once we get the materials. Alright, there's my ferrite dust. Thank you so much. Now, back to the concrete. I would like... Yeah, this really neat sort of... What is it called? A frontage. Yes, I would like this frontage. Here, please. Very good. A nice little window with a door. Yes, yes, yes. And then I would like more windows. And doors. Here, and then one of them here. Like that. So now we're just almost out of glass, which means we'll do... No, this is the one that won't be a window here. And the reason I'm taking away this one to be a window is because we are going to have a location to place our trading post on. Trading post, but our galactic trade terminal. It's going to need a wall. And of course, this refiner is taking up all this space. Here, let's stop it. Let's just grab all of this, please. No, I'm not inside of it. Just delete it. Don't talk back to me. Alright, and then what we'll do is we'll place our little... Oh no. Cannot build in valid position. No. It's because it can't be outside, right? That's what it is. It's got to be like in an enclosed sort of room, I think. That's what I'm going with. Alright, well, let's test it out. We'll get this wall up, and then what we need is some sort of roof. So let's just back up and throw the roof on it, and boom. Now you have, oh, structure entered. The bulk of Rutori. That's interesting. Gives everything a name. Oh, look, we can put a landing pad there. Ooh, that's what I'm talking about. But we already have a landing pad here, so it's not important. Why is it an invalid position? Okay, hold on. Let's assume the wall is backwards. They both look the exact same to me. I have no frame of reference for which one I tried before. Okay, so obviously it's got to be something else, because this seems to be wanting to snap in place just fine for a landing pad. I mean, it's not letting us because we don't have the pieces for it, but it's absolutely trying to. Is it because I'm a little too close to it? Maybe it is. No, but it's not even snapping. See, it's not even like it's not trying to snap to anything. Why would that be? Cannot build in valid position. Could it be just simply because this is... It says must attach to structure. The only way to know for certain is to... test it in a structure that we know that works. So then we're just going to test the whole darn thing like this. Are you kidding me? What am I doing wrong? Is it that the room is too small? I mean, it's got to be. Okay, well this isn't exactly how I want things to be. See, this is originally, though, why I did some of this stuff off camera, because it is a little... I don't want to say it's not difficult, but it's... There are things you have to kind of deal with to make this whole thing work, right? But then we don't learn the lessons together. See, that's the problem. If we do it off camera, then I'm learning the lessons of how these base pieces operate, and we're not learning together. We want to learn together. I still stand by this planet, but the base just isn't doing what I want it to do. So if we're not going to have a trade terminal up there, then maybe having a base all kind of cool up there on the freighter is not going to happen. Must attach to a structure. My thing that I don't get is how come just putting up a wall isn't enough? That's what I don't get. So let's just try that. It won't attach to one side or the other. But we know it will in a cuboid room. I wonder if it's concrete? No, surely it's not. If that's the reason, that's wonky. No, see, it doesn't want to. It does not want to attach to the metal wall either. But even the landing pad doorway did. Alright, well, let's get our ramp in. So I think... So we put it right there. Boom! Look at that. Race begins. Right here. Boom, you shoot up the freighter, and off you go. So does that mean we're going to have our base up there on the freighter? That is what I want. I'm inclined to say let's not give up on that dream. I mean, I don't know how we would make this into part of the base, but it would be cool if we could. We're not going to let us sneak out through this blowout in the back. Nope. Okay. And then here you get the nighttime sky. And look, we get these like colored lights. I bet we could change these. Can we do like purple? No, the lights are still like yellow. Oh, but it did change the color of everything. Oh, okay, well. I don't know how I feel about those terms, but we'll allow it for now. We can snap a teleport module, but it's just telling me for right now that I'm a little inside of it, maybe? Or no, it doesn't, straight up doesn't fit. The ceiling's too all up on us. I don't think I have that much ferrite dust, though, to be honest. Let's see what we can do. Framed glass panel. Yeah, I don't think we... You know, really, there's not that many variations of these pieces here. Should I go with... I feel like I should put a window on some of it. Wall, right? And then, how about if here we can do, yeah, like these roof pieces. These are really interesting. Maybe. Maybe not. And then if we put the landing pad here, which we don't, again, we don't really need, do we? But this lets us land up here where the structure is. I mean, that is sort of a good thing. I think at this point what we're talking about is having to use hallways, right? No, not aquatic structures, not the large rooms, yeah. Yep. Here we are. I'm trying to... Hold on. Trying to see what's going on here. Alright, so we put in this little hallway, like this. Right, with the glass bits, and then from here we go, boom, large round room. Or should we do large square room? Large square room won't give us the ability for a foundation like a cylindrical room will, I don't think. Let's do it. Alright, so now what we're doing in here is we're going to at some point put a viewing sphere here for watching the race start. Whenever we figure out which the best way is to face the race. I know we have some glass we can summon from... Here, let's just call our ship up here. Landing area not clear. What? Does it mean me? Hold on a second. It doesn't want anybody or anything to land on it. Let's see if it'll let us put this foundation up on it. I don't think it wants to interface with the freighter underneath it. But we're gonna make darn sure before we just let it go. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, look at what a difference that makes. Oh, now it looks like it's just tied into everything. Wow, I wonder if that's almost too high, though, for the viewing sphere to really... Now that I look at it, that's incredibly high. Okay, let's see if the Katsadam's coup can even land on it, because if it can't, then what are we doing with our life here? Alright, not too fast, not too fast. Let's get visibility on it. Let's just get it to change green, shall we? There it goes. It's not landing. It is refusing to land. That means there is no nice and neat way to get up there, then. That's okay. It just means that we don't need to be building up on top of the freighter. I mean, why don't we just leave it? We don't need this up here, is what it means. So if you want a truck up here, it's a bit of a trek. So you gotta You gotta work to come up here. That's just how it goes. Let's see, so we'll start with the trade terminal kind of off to this side, sort of away from the starting area. And then I think we're going to stick with our colors. Let's stick with the concrete. The colors of, what do we have? Purple and white is what we did all this stuff out of, I believe. Oh, excellent. Okay. And we don't have the glass. We're going to have to go back for the thing to activate wherever the portal is on this planet anyways. And we've got a little mini roof thing, and then this is a larger structure here. It's not bad. I don't think it's going to be worth it to put up a large refiner here. It's not really all that necessary. I think instead, what we'll do is we will put in the teleport module. And then I think what we'll do is we'll add sort of where there was going to be a tunnel here. We're going to add, where is it? This bending corridor made of glass, right? Pure ferrite. I think we have the pure ferrite to do all this. And then what we'll do is we'll put in the cylindrical room here, or the square room. No, we'll stick with cylindrical. And that's where we're at a pure ferrite. But we're going to get more of that back when we... Oh, I don't like that. A little thing to hop over. Let's see if we can make that go away. But we are going to have to travel back, probably get more supplies from the factory on the Thranxian outpost, maybe even see if there's a way... Oh, no, see, it let me walk through it that time. When that time it does not. Okay, maybe even see if there's a way we can swing by and pick up something for the Korvax. Get ourselves a Korvax casing so that we can open up the portal on this planet and give everybody coordinates to the second race. But that's where we're going to go ahead and wrap up this episode. Episodes are going to go back down to 30 minutes for a little bit as I'm going to begin recording other games. I found a couple of other games that I want to give a try to see if they're worthwhile, and we'll talk about why on those games. But if you're wondering why the videos are starting to creep back down to 30 minutes, that is the reason why. So this has been No Man's Sky, episode 162. Thank you so much for joining me. I do hope you've had a good time watching, because as always, I've had a good time playing. Be sure to come back next time to see how the race track gets laid out, but until then, take care.